today we're going to be using these grand products and we're going to do a lovely design that I absolutely fell in love with. So I'm using not polished, guys, and this is only like the second set that I've done with this acrylic system. So I'm working carefully because I'm not quite sure just how pigmented it's going to be. So I go in with medium bead, pop it down at the cuticle, and I'm going to fade that up, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that's the sort of coverage I'm going to get. So I'm going to go in with another bead, pop that down, wipe my brush, exactly the same, pop it down, tuck it in, fade the front of that down. I love this colour. I've got to say, guys, this set is all built around this colour. I absolutely love it. In fact, I would wear this set. And then what I'm going to do is pick up a really teeny tiny bead of small acrylic, and I'm going to come in with ruby squares from the Glitter Fairy. Now, what I've done today is I've got those horrible tips that I don't like, and I've cut them down to make nail beds and stuck on some square tips that I have. What I've done is just give them a really small pinch just to get me a nice C curve. So I need to make sure when I'm laying down the glitter, the acrylic, whatever I'm going to put on this enhancement, that I'm going all the way round. It's really easy to miss it when you've got a good C curve in there. So that's what you can see me doing. I'm moving and I'm looking and I'm checking and I'm just making sure that it goes all the way around. So pop that glitter on, nudge it into place, and then I will flatten it down and make sure it's as flat and as thin as I can get it. Push it in, any that's sticking out. Okay, so I'm going to leave that set up. I'm going to come in on the pointer finger, and I think this is a full nail of this. This is very unusual from Not Polished, and since the day I swatched it I was like, I need to do a set in this. I love it, guys. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to tuck that in. I've got the finger pointing down so that acrylic is moving down. I'm going to use the belly of my brush to pat, press and pull that acrylic so I get a lovely coverage and take it as far as I can go with it. You can see me going all the way around as well, around that C curve. And as I get towards the end, I'll just fade that out a little bit so that I can come in with the second bead. So I come in, turn my brush around and then fade that bead back to blend that over, and then move it, nudge it round around that C curve, make sure it's covered all the way around, and then blend that in. Exactly the same on the other side, and then push, pat that into shape, keeping those side walls in, making sure it's not too bulky. Do all the work as much as I can with the brush, and that will help with filing later, because I do hand file when I'm doing work on the practice hand. It's just easier to take the tips out and hand file. So all my filing when it comes to these sets is all done by hand. I was watching somebody, another YouTube channel the other day, who gets the e-file out and also hand file, and they were saying that they've actually wrecked their practice hand, which they're really expensive, by doing that, and the fact that, you know, it's the dust and everything's ruined the hand. I don't know, I haven't tried it. I personally prefer to just take it out and do it. Okay then, guys, so the middle finger, we are coming in with that Very Unusual, and I'm going to do a ombre here. So I faded that back, pull the rest of that colour down so I get the nice shade that I'm after. When that's dried up a little bit, I do go and cap the other nails actually. I'm coming in with Warm Glow. This is a beautiful nude with a little shimmer in it. I love this. I only got 2 nudes and I don't want any more. I love these 2. I love the 2 I've got. So I faded it at the back, I faded it at the front. I'm going to pattern press that into shape and then come in with the cuticle bead. Place that down. In a minute. Here we go. Pop that down, wipe my brush, tuck it in, and then we start to manoeuvre that bead exactly where we want it. So we tuck it in, swipe down the right, swipe down the left, then pull the front of that bead down, and that will then blend that in. I make sure I'm happy with the sides, placement of that bead, and then I come in with a really small wet bead of Very Unusual just to perfect that ombre. So I swipe it, wipe my brush, swipe it, wipe my brush. That's what I'm doing there. Again, I'll leave that set up and then I'm going to come in on the ring finger and I'm going to marble. And here I have Milky White, Very Unusual and Clear. So I've double dipped here with the Milky White and the Very Unusual. I get that cuticle area nice and neat first. This is what I always do when I do marbles. Everybody's different, guys. You have to find what works for you. So I'll get that nice and neat and then I'll come in with my small wet beads. Not too wet, you don't want to run off and you've got no control. I've done that before a time or 2. So Very Unusual, Milky White and Clear. Put my brush into a point and I swipe up, down, up, down, not too much, tuck in those sides, get it around that C curve, do exactly the same again, Milky White, Clear, then Very Unusual. Guys, I'm going to continue doing that until this nail is marbled all the way down. Done that look like Raspberry Ripple. It's great. I love this nail. I love them all, but it's my favourite thing to do. I absolutely love it. Guys, I'm then coming in with Taurus, which is a lovely gold and like a berry glitter. It's like a berry red it is, but it's got scales in it and I love scales when it comes to glitter. I really do. So what I did was I put a couple of lines down and then put the glitter out in a tray at the side of me and literally picked out the scales and popped that on. Guys, what I'm going to do then is once I'm happy with that, I will clear cap all these nails and I will file and buff them off screen, and then we're going to do a little bit of hand painting. So coming in with Snowdrops White from CJP, it is a gel paint. We're going to do 3 lines. So because of the C curve, I'm going to go from the middle and down, because that's the easiest way for me to do this. And I'm going to do 3 lines. Then I will go from the other side of the C curve up and round to meet that line, and I'm going to do that on all of these 3 lines, and then I will pop it in the lamp and give it a flash cure. Give it 10 seconds. That's just enough to set it in place so that if I do come in and do another line and I'm not happy with it, I can remove it without taking away what I've already done. Guys, I'm going to do some easy nail art lines here. Now, I've recently done a set to show you how to do it in detail, so what I'll do is I'll link that above. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go from the centre of that line and I'm going to go up and round to the right. Do about 3 of those. I will thicken up 1 or 2 of those lines. I will take it through the straight lines across that I've done. I will also add small lines to link those together. You're going to see what I do in a minute. And then what I'm going to do is go from the middle and go round and down to the left. In between all of this, I am going to keep flash curing this in the lamp just for 10 seconds. Like I said, in case I do anything that I'm really not happy with. Then once this is finished and I am happy with everything that I've done, I will give it a full 60-second cure in the lamp. So guys, once I am finished with all my lines, I will give that a cure, and then I'm going to come in with my dotting tool and I'm going to place some dots where these lines cross and meet, and it just finishes off this really easy nail art. All I've done is a couple of lines one way, couple of lines the other, and a couple of dots. It really, honestly, it doesn't get any simpler than that. Practice, practice, practice. So I'm going to bring you these easy nail art techniques so that you can apply it, have a play, have a mess around with the lines and the dots. See what you come up with. Guys, if you do have a go at any of these things, please tag me in. All my social media is below. Once I'm happy with that nail, it's fully cured, and then coming in with Ugly Duckling Stick It, which is a jewellery gel that I use for some of the bigger stones. Now, I made a bit of a mistake here, guys. I can tell I haven't done it for a while. I put down my jewellery gel as a rule, and then I pat it into place, smooth it all out, and then go over it with top coat. Guess what numpty forgot? I'm halfway through doing it, I'm like, no. Anyway, too late. So this is what you do if you forget to top coat over your jewellery gel. That jewellery gel doesn't cure until you put it in the lamp, so I can pop in my gems any way I want, move them and shove them around till I'm happy. I'm using both a clear, a bee gem, as well as some berry coloured gems, which I just thought would go perfect with this set. So I am going to pop them on exactly where I want them till I'm perfectly happy. Then I put them in the lamp and give it a full 60-second cure. Then, guys, we're going to come in with the top coat. Then, this is the end of the video. What do you think? So, we've got a little bit of all sorts for you here. We've got a glitter fade, we've got an ombre, we've got marble, a little bit of hand painting, and some gems. Check me out, I know. Pushing it all out for you guys. Do you know what? It's a really simple set with some really easy but effective nail art. And then just topped off, icing on the cake, some beautiful glittery gems. I am in love with this set and I would wear this. What do you think? Like with any gems or Swarovski crystals, should you use them? If you're going in with a top coat, go around them, not over them. Guys, this is the end of the video. I really do hope you've enjoyed our little nail play today. If you have, would you mind just taking a moment and hitting that thumbs up? And if you're not subscribed already, guys, I would absolutely love it if you would. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all for watching today. Everything used in this video will be listed below as always. So until next time, stay safe. Thank you for watching. Bye.